Alright, I questioned whether or not this is a video that I should do. It's a little bit different than something I would normally check out on my channel, and it's gonna be divisive, dude. It's gonna get some people upset. People are gonna be upset from all angles. There's gonna be all angles of people being upset. Let's ruffle some feathers, dude. I investigated Minnesota's billion-dollar fraud scandal by Nick Shirley. And Shirley, you've already seen this video because it is absolutely fucking blowing up everywhere. Got like over 40 million views on X, Twitter. Crazy. Let's see what all the fuss is about.
Hello, we'd like to ask where the money's going. What do you guys think about the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota?
I don't think anybody is enabling fraud to happen.
Hold Governor Walz accountable for this.
What was this money spent on? 1.26 million. What was that money spent on? There aren't any kids.
Answer the question, are there children? There's no children inside this building.
Potentially the largest fraud scandal in US history is taking place in Minnesota, as literally billions of dollars have been funneled through Somali-ran fraudulent businesses. So much fraud it could actually almost replace the entire GDP of Somalia.
Well, that's a lot of fucking fraud. Estimated stolen by scammers 9 billion. Somalia's GDP under 12 billion. Holy shit, dude. This is I mean, come on. If they're sending this money back to Somalia, they've absolutely found the hack.
These fraudsters have worked hand in hand with the Minnesota government as they enabled billions of dollars to be given to fraudulent businesses underneath welfare purposes. Some of this money eventually landed in the hands of terrorist groups in Somalia like the Al-Shabaab, and others enriched themselves all at the US taxpayer.
Oh my god, dude, that is actually so insane. The American taxpayer in Minnesota is funding terrorist organizations. Wow. If that doesn't get you fired up, I don't know what will.
Expense. And in this video we will break down all of the fraud from start to finish, from going to the fraudulent businesses and confronting the people who are making millions of dollars from the government. And we will also be confronting the incompetent government leaders who let this fraud happen. And to make this happen, I met up with a man who's been doing his own investigation for years now, as he has seen the fraud firsthand. His name is David. Let's get into this and be prepared to be shocked. How deep is this fraud here inside of Minnesota?
It is far worse than anybody can imagine. You heard it's 7 to 10 billion and maybe more, and now the numbers have been revised and put out there publicly that they think it's more like 8 billion. How I got involved is that where my office is here in Minneapolis, I'm sort of in the heart of all of this fraud, and I would see these childcare centers. I said, well, there aren't any kids there. It's the middle of the day. And all I see are a couple of guys standing out front smoking. And then I'd go by another daycare and I'd see the same thing. I said, well, where do these kids play? And so I started to go online and look, and I said, this place is licensed for 80 children. They had 0 children. Every time I went by there, they never had a single child.
It's like they're not even trying to make it look like they're doing the scam. That's how comfortable they've become. You don't have to do shit, dude. Yeah, it's a fucking daycare. Me and my boys hang out. We play poker in the back, smoking fat fucking cigars, drinking, driving our fucking Teslas and Escalades. That's crazy. It's crazy work. You'd think you'd get a couple kids to run around, maybe bring your own kids, make it look like you're doing something, but no, not even trying.
There. Then I started to see all these transportation.
Put some monkey bars in the front. You know what I'm saying? A swing set maybe here and there.
Companies going around. And it was always a Somali driver. And I said, well, that's great. They're out there transportation, contributing, but they never had a passenger, never, ever once. And I said, well, what is all this transportation? What are they doing? So then I found out that in Minnesota, they have something called non-emergency medical transportation. So this is going to the dentist's office, therapy, whatever it might be. And I said, well, how many of these companies are there? And the research came back that there are 1,020 of them, and more than 800 of them are Somali-owned. Nobody from the state of Minnesota ever cross-checks to see if any rides were ever actually provided. All they did was write the check.
Why is nobody looking into it? I'm so confused. Is it just me that if I imagine doing some big white-collar crime, I would be living in constant fear and paranoia that they're on to me, dude. Meanwhile, these guys are just cruising around, fucking smoking cigarettes. There's not a kid in sight. They're just driving vans around, racking up the mileage on these vans.
So right here we have all this paperwork. And how are you getting all this information about the fraud?
A lot of it is through my own research. And then I have some contacts at the Capitol going back many, many years. And so the data that I'm getting is 100% accurate, coming directly from research done by people at the state Capitol.
All this paperwork right here, what are we looking at?
The areas of fraud that I have numbers for are mostly related to childcare. This is massive fraud that is beyond anyone's imagination, the scope. And so, for example, there's a childcare not far from here in Minneapolis that has two childcares listed at the same address. And together, they're licensed supposedly for 120 children. I have never seen a single child there ever, and I've been by that place at least 100 times.
These Somalians, these groups are setting up these daycares, these childcare centers, getting money from the government, but there's no kids.
No kids. Never had any of them.
Just bring a kid, dude. It's crazy. You're making millions of dollars. There's got so much money riding on the line. Fucking get your fraud together. I know that's the wrong angle to take, but it's like, dude, if you're going to do the fraud, fucking do the fraud well. You know what I mean? Bring a kid. Fucking bring a short guy. Bring a couple of little guys around. Do the fucking little trick where you put your shoes on your knees to make it look like you're short because you eliminated your shins. You know what I'm talking about? Let's have a couple of those guys standing out front. Fuck it.
They're all fraught with violations, and even though they have these violations, they're still in operation and they're still getting money. And it's millions of dollars for every one of them every year.
And who's getting the money? And where are they getting the money from?
So we have a thing called CCAP. It's a blend of federal and state money. The bottom line is it's taxpayer money, so it's state money and it's federal money. And the problem is the people at the state of Minnesota are the ones writing the checks.
There you go. You work your fucking dick and balls off every day, right? Thinking that your taxes are going to something to benefit you. Meanwhile, millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars being given out for no fucking reason, and nobody's looking into it. Is it surprising? No, it's not surprising, honestly. It's not even a Somalian problem. It's just a fucking fundamental problem with the government and the way that things run. It's just so fraught with corruption. I don't even understand. The corruption goes to levels that I can hardly comprehend, man. Why is this happening? Apparently there's violations and nobody's even looking into it. There's not even a single kid.
This is kind of the maddening thing is you have daycare, so you have adult daycare, and then you have child care, and then you have health care. And a lot of these same names keep coming up on all of these different types of businesses. And then, of course, we have the transportation, and a lot of those same names appear, a lot of the same addresses. There's one building that has 14 Somali healthcare companies at the same address. There's
getting greedy. This is what I'm saying. See, this is why you're getting exposed, because you got greedy, right? You keep racking up the numbers. You go, you got the 12 companies, and you go, whatever, let's add another one, 13. You go, all right, still doing okay. No one seems to be on to us. 14. Same address, fuck it. It literally makes no sense. Let's run it.
another building in St. Paul that has 22 Somali healthcare businesses at the same address.
What the
And the government knows
That's
about this.
crazy.
The government knows they're writing the checks. Yeah, the Democrats over there just writing the checks.
Are they just too lazy to get up and like go scope it out one time? Just knock on the door, see what's up, be like, hey, I just wrote you a fucking huge check. Thought I'd check the place out. What is going
What's
on?
happened is that the Somali community is a very closed community. They will not speak to anyone outside the community and talk about what's going on within the community. They vote as a block, And so when you're a politician, you're saying, look, I've got 100,000 people in Minnesota that if I do something for the community, they're going to vote for me. And that's what it's all about, is getting the votes. And then the people here in Minnesota, you hear this term, Minnesota nice. I'm so sick of that term. The people here are so afraid of being called a racist or an Islamophobe. And they're afraid of their own shadow. And I don't understand. This is our future generations are going to have to pay for all this fraud.
Man, that is actually truly like such a big issue. People being so afraid of accidentally saying something that could be viewed as upsetting, you know, and just being nice all the way into the grave. Just so open-minded and so like accepting that you're just willing to accept being completely abused and run into the ground. It's like, yeah, obviously you want to be open-minded and you want to be accepting of all people and cultures, but at a certain point, if somebody's stabbing you in the stomach repeatedly, you don't just go, oh, he had a hard upbringing, and just keep accepting the knife into your belly. It's like, you got to be able to discuss your opinions on things and your ideas. Otherwise, you never get anywhere. You actually don't know what anybody actually thinks about anything. It's not like constructive to have your ideas never challenged or your beliefs never challenged.
And they just want to bury their heads in the sand and go on and just not worry about it. Tim Walz saying there's organized crime in Minnesota. What did he do about it? Nothing. You got organized crime? What are you doing?
He was complimenting it. He's like, oh, this crime is so organized. It's beautiful.
This is the Minnesota law which mandates that anyone who knows of fraud and is a state employee must report that fraud. It's Minnesota Statute 3.971, Subdivision 9. Not only that, but Walz is also guilty of misconduct of a public employee. When I look at the world as a whole and I look at fraud, the Twin Cities is ground zero. The fraud is worse here than anywhere else ever in history. Anywhere.
We're going to go
in the fucking
We're going to
world?
go to these daycare centers. We're going to see what's actually happening.
That is a huge statement, man. That is a big statement. You ever met India? Those guys are pretty good.
Okay, so we have to be careful because these people are very violent. They're exceptionally violent.
Now, with all of David's evidence, we headed out to the streets of Minneapolis to see how much fraud we could uncover in one afternoon. Where are we going now?
We're going to a place called Mako Child Care, which actually has another child care registered at the same address called Mini Child Care Center.
So we should see lots of children if there's this child care center, especially if there's two.
The two of them combined are licensed for $120.
And how much money have these child care centers received?
None of those vans have moved in 6 months. None of them. In 2020, one of them received $1.3 million. In 2021, they got $987,000. In 2022, they got $714,000. That's the last I have for that one. And then the other one, $1.604 million in fiscal year 2025. Fiscal year 2024.
It's not chump change.
About $800,000, and in fiscal year 2023, they got $904,059.
I gotta know whose pockets it's getting into. I mean, I understand it's going back to terrorist organizations, some of it, according to this person. I can't confirm it. I'm just watching the video. And like, how many employees work in these so-called buildings? Are they splitting this up? That $5 million? Jesus Christ, dude! I'm about to open up a fucking daycare. I'm about to open up a daycare.
This place right here. Yes.
We're outside of it.
Well, this is actually two daycares are registered here. One of them is Mako, which you see on this sign. The other one is Mini Child Care Center. And between the two of these child care centers,
how is it
they're
two
pulling in
things?
about $3 million a year. And there are no children. Every facility as you go to, the windows will be blocked out so you can't see in. There's nobody here. You won't see a single child at any of these facilities.
There are indeed no windows. All the windows are blacked out right here. All right, let's go in.
No.
And the child care center is locked. Should we ring the
Of
doorbell?
course it is.
Try to get in, ring the doorbell. Nobody
Business
showed
hours.
up. They're open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. it says here on their sign, yet there's absolutely nobody here.
7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. locked up, blacked out windows. Looks friendly. Looks like a place I'd bring my kids, right?
And this building here, right here, has generated millions of dollars, and it seems like business isn't even open right now, and it's a weekday. And if this was a daycare center, it wouldn't just be in some industrialized building. There would be maybe like a playground or something outside, or...
There's no play area for the kids. So where are the kids? Where's anybody? How can there be nobody here? And it's like this every single day. I've never seen a single child here. In 9 years, I've never seen a single child at this.
This guy's been fucking tracking this shit for 9 years? This isn't even that recent? Jeez.
Building right there.
Oh, then now it looks like we already got the Somalis coming through.
Yeah, they're coming. The word's out.
Hello, is this your daycare?
No. Could you tell us why there are no children? Have you ever seen children at this child care center?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
Doesn't know if she's ever seen a child here. All right, let's go to the next location.
It's just the skateboarder in me getting distracted. That little rail. That's a beautiful little rail. I'd love to skate that little rail. Anyways, children. Where's the children?
Children? Have you
Here. All right, let's go to the next location. And the fraud only gets more from here. Make sure you stay till the very end of this video to see exactly how much fraud we find by the time we are done. Now we're going to the next daycare center. How much money has this one generated?
This one in fiscal year 2025, $1,042,059. In fiscal year 2024, $1,059,078. And in fiscal year 2023, $727,336.
Number of children at this facility, 0. All right. I mean, that's pretty. Those are great, good numbers, dude. You open up a child care facility. You don't have to take care of a kid. Get millions of dollars. Pretty. I mean, honestly, why wouldn't they do this?
This next one is literally 1 block away, and this one's also generated nearly $3 million in the past 3 years. Let's see if there's any children. Let's see if any of the buildings are open. Here
It's
we
a
go.
block away.
All right, we've arrived to ABC.
Yeah, wow, they got a lot of child care in these blocks.
Learning Center.
Dude, they love taking care of children. Okay.
All the windows are blacked out.
Again,
Let's see
very
if
friendly
anybody
looking.
Is here. This door is locked.
Who'd have
This
thought?
facility is licensed for 40 children. 0 children. I've come by this place 100 times. I've never seen a child here, ever. The only thing I've ever seen is someone standing outside smoking.
What's crazy about this
This is inappropriate, but it is kind of funny to imagine a PDF file doing his best to find a fucking child around here. Keeps driving by all these child daycares, being like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking scope out some kids. Can never find one, just Somali guys smoking. Maybe that's all this is. It's a PDF file catcher, dude. This is all a red herring to catch the pervs.
is that last daycare center is that green building right there. And the
What
other
the
daycare
fuck?
center right now is right here.
Are
These
you
buildings
serious?
should be operating as they're receiving
They're
literally
back to back?
millions of dollars. I knocked on the door, and to my surprise, somebody actually answered the door. Hello? Can we speak? I would like to check a child in the daycare.
Why?
Can I speak to a manager?
What do you mean, why?
Where can I get paperwork to file for my son? I wanted to put my son Joey in daycare. And after a few questions, the lady went silent. Looks like little Joey Shirley ain't going to daycare here. And now where are we going?
Now we're going to Sweet Angel Child Care.
We're in the middle
Sweet
of a strip mall
Angel.
here inside of this neighborhood.
In fiscal year 2025, this facility, which says it's licensed for 74 kids, was paid $1.26 million in tax money. And there are no kids, and all the facilities are the same way, all of them.
Let's see if anyone opens.
Yeah, let's see.
Let's see, dude. What do you think? What do you guys? Hey, everybody, put your bets in now. What do you think? Doors locked, hostile person inside.
Once again, I try to find a spot for my son Joey, and they would not open the door. I want to put my son Joey in daycare. Cause I need a spot to put my son Joey.
Yes.
Is this your daycare center?
No, work there. What's happened?
I just want to put a child in daycare, but all the daycare centers seem to be closed. No one's opening the doors.
You work here?
I was, yeah. What's happened?
Where are the kids?
Yeah?
It says it's licensed for 74 children. Right here, state of Minnesota. Where are the kids? They
Huh?
got paid $1.26 million in fiscal year 2025. It says they have a capacity for 74 children.
When? No, when?
Where are the kids?
Why is he so confused? When? Where? Kids? What? This guy doesn't even know the fraud he's in. He's just fucking raking in money. He's like, childcare. No, there's no children.
It's right here. State of Minnesota website. You work here and you don't know?
I don't know. I was there before. I don't know what's going on.
Were there any kids when you worked here?
He's there. Kids there. What's
How
happened?
many?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah.
You worked here. Okay, well then you're not of any help.
Can I put my son in a daycare here?
No, I don't know.
Can I speak to someone?
No.
No, I don't know.
No?
No.
Yeah, I would like to see if I can put my son Joey here.
Who's your son, Joey?
My son Joey. Can I check out daycare center?
No!
This fucking picture is upside down. Look at the crayons are sticking to the ceiling. The trains are upside down. Again, they're not even trying, dude.
You're a liar. I'm the owner.
Do you put your kid here in this daycare?
No.
There is one child in there. Yeah, I'd like to know if this is a
Yeah, look, they got this one correct over here. This one's right side up. This one. Hey, man. Try again.
legit business.
Me, I'm scared of you too. How come I explain everything?
You're scared of me?
Yeah.
Why?
Because of your curry.
Because of my color. You said you're scared of me because of my color. Does that make you a racist?
Yeah, no.
But
no.
you said you're
I'm not-
scared of
I'm
me
not
because of my
saying
color.
anything. I'm not saying you're racist.
You said you're scared of me because of my color. That makes you a racist. So right now
This is my
they're all
tax
getting
money.
mad because he's showing the paper.
I don't think they understand that concept, dude. Only you can be racist based on who you are.
I don't
Of
know
this
that.
business being registered as a business. 74 children,
I've
no
lived my
children.
whole life
We
here.
saw one child when the lady opened up the door.
So
But now
where did
they're
this
all
money
getting mad.
go? What was this money spent on? 1.26 million. What was that money spent
ask the
on?
owner.
There aren't any kids.
Ask the owner and the kids.
Well, then why are you talking
That's
for
not
the
my
owner
proof.
if you're
That's
telling me
not
to
my
talk
proof.
to the owner?
I'm sorry. I'm not understand what you're talking about.
Do you have a child here?
No.
Does anybody?
No.
Where are the 74 kids? Did you lose them? Did you lose these kids? Do I need to call someone? Do I need to issue an Amber Alert for missing children? Are these children missing? It's not my business that children are missing. 74 infants and toddlers, preschool.
The proof's right there. There's no children anywhere.
It's from the state of Minnesota right here.
I think we're moving on. As we continue to show the blatant fraud that was taking place here in Minnesota, Somalis started following us around the city. And now we're being followed by the Somalis. This is another daycare center, absolutely no signage, and there's no footprints in the snow of children playing outside.
Just being followed now. He's being tailed. That's crazy, dude. The amount of heat that he's putting on himself just to do this.
$5 million within the past
5.9
two.
million in 2 years. 5.9 million they received in 2 years. That facility right there.
And now we have a group of Somalis telling us in our vehicle right now. From this daycare center, we headed over to the infamous Quality Learning Center, which
Hell yeah.
actually spells Quality Leering Center.
The Quality Leering Center. Yeah, man, if you want some leering done, okay, this is the place to do it. It's quality. I don't even know if you can describe the levels of irony reached here that your learning center can't spell learning.
On the outside of their sign, that's how blatant this fraud is here
They're not even trying, dude. Again, that's crazy.
at this daycare. So this is Quality Leering Center. I meant to say Quality Learning Center.
Don't open
They
up.
said they spelt learning wrong.
Don't open up.
How do you have ice here, ma'am? I'm literally a YouTuber.
Don't open up.
Ma'am, what do you think about the fraud that's taking?
Who the hell is this lady? See, this is how we get into these, this is exactly how we get into this problem. Did I put the groceries away? I did, right? Yeah, no, I did. Okay, sorry. I just like, don't. I was like, started stumbling over.
Middle of your video, turning over to start. Do I want the groceries away? It's so funny.
I started stumbling over my words because like, oh fuck, there's chicken in that. Okay, sorry. It's literally Karens like this. This is the problem. She's just assuming that this guy is an ICE agent, which is crazy, and she's just yelling, "Don't open up!" Like, who the hell are you? Go get your groceries and go home.
Taking place here in Minnesota.
Don't open up. We have ice.
Man, what do you?
Oh my god, it's like embarrassing.
Think about this place being licensed for 99 children
Don't open up.
and getting $4 million over
Don't
the
open up. It's ice.
$4 million in the last 2 years.
Go away.
What do you think about that? Are you in
Go
favor?
away.
Are you in favor of that?
Go away.
You know
You're
where the-
not welcome here.
Are you-
Shame on you.
Are you in favor of $1.9
Shame
million
on you.
going
It's ice.
illegally,
Don't open up.
fraudulently to this business that has quality learning center but can't even spell learning right on the door?
Don't open up.
Ma'am, we are not ICE.
I don't care who you are. You don't.
You clearly do care who they are. You're shouting it from the fucking rooftops, dude. From the sidewalk. Under the quality. This is a beautiful picture right here. You got maybe one of the dumbest people in the world, right? Underneath the quality leering center sign. This person needs a little bit of leering themselves, I think. They could be leered. Jesus Christ, man. This is... South Park couldn't script this better. Also, what is with people filming back? Like, what are you filming? What are you filming right now?
Belong here.
I belong here just like you belong here.
Don't
Bitch, you don't belong here. Who the fuck are you?
open up. It's ice.
You do realize that there's supposed to be 99 children in here at this building, but there's no one here. This is a child daycare
Minnesota
center.
says 99 children. Paid $1.9 million this year in CCAP funding. Do you know where the children are? Were they kidnapped? They run away?
I think it's dawning on her, dude. I don't know. I'm probably wrong. I think that's just too much hope in humanity. But for a second, it almost looked like she's like, holy shit, am I a fucking dumbass? Also, am I wrong? I see a little bit of purple hair sticking
Where are
off
the
my
children?
toque.
This is state
Beanie. Sorry. Canadian in me came out. The toque. The beanie.
of Minnesota. Right here.
And who are you?
My name's Nick Shirley, ma'am.
And who are you with?
Nick Shirley. Nick Shirley on YouTube.
Yeah. So who are you with here?
Oh, he's just been doing some research investigating the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota.
Yeah, I'm with Nick Shirley.
This lady, she's calling us ICE. We're just trying to put law and order back in the streets of the United States. Get rid of all the fraud. Have you ever seen children at that daycare center right there?
Where?
Yeah, it's right there. It says the child, you've never seen daycare.
I haven't seen anybody in there.
We're gonna educate you on something.
man.
So what do you think about this daycare center? They spelt learning wrong. They've received over $1.9 million this year alone, and they're supposed to have 99 children here.
I don't see it.
99 children.
Have you ever seen any children here?
None. None at all. None.
This year they got 1.9 million. Last year they got 1.
Night and day difference talking between this man and that previous lady. Anybody kind of seeing what maybe a little bit of the problem is?
5 million of your tax money for 99 children. We just want to know where are the kids?
Right.
Where are the children?
I don't see them. I've been here since 2017. I haven't seen anybody like
Never
that here.
seen a child here.
Nope, not at all.
And so you've
8
never
years.
seen a child here for 8 years.
Nope, not at all.
And how does that make you feel knowing that this place is receiving
Disgusting.
$1.9 million?
It's disgusting. I mean, what the hell? They stealing the money. That's a federal grant too. That's if they get caught for that's a federal offense.
Well, guess what, buddy? It doesn't fucking matter. Nobody's doing anything about it. So, federal offense my ass.
I know. I studied law.
And do you think Tim Walz should go to jail for all the fraud that he's enabled here in his state?
That's him doing this? Well, heck yeah. He's got to be held accountable for this. I mean, there's no rhyme or reason what's going on here. It's simple. It's nothing there. It's a parking lot.
And look, they even spelled learning wrong on their sign for a place that's supposed to be educating children.
That's crazy. I mean, who runs it? Who supposedly runs it?
Somalians.
Oh my God. Well, where? Yeah, it's just. I've never seen nobody here at all.
So how long have you been living here?
Since 2017. 2018.
You've never seen a single child walk in that building.
No, not at all.
So this daycare center is literally just a place to traffic money. $1.9 million just this year alone. And this guy's been living here for 8 years and has never seen a single child walk through those doors.
Man, it really just makes you think, like, how many of the buildings that you walk by on a daily basis are just literally funnels for money? They're not doing anything. They're just vacant. They're just sitting there. They're just parking lots. Just gobbling up all of the taxpayer money. Taking up real estate.
There's no windows either.
No.
And the only window they do have, the door, is blacked out.
Yep, I see that. I've never seen anybody go in there.
Within just a few hours, we nearly approached $20 million in fraud, and we headed over to George Floyd's neighborhood to expose more of the fraud taking place.
This place is called Future Leaders Early Learning Center, and it's licensed
I don't know if you really needed to name drop him.
for
Fair.
90 children. And in fiscal year 2025, they received $3.6 million. In fiscal year 2024, they received $3 million. So in 2 years, they got $6.67 million, claiming they have 90 children every day of the week, 5 days a week.
I mean,
let's
these
find
people
out.
are making just about more money than NBA athletes.
And we don't even know if they're paying taxes, but we don't know where this money is going. Is it going to terrorism? Where is it going? But it's theft, it's fraud. And the reason I'm involved is I want it to stop. I care about Minnesota. I'm doing this for the people of Minnesota. I don't make a dime off all this time I've spent on this. I put my life at risk several times, but I'm determined to see this through and to correct what is wrong, what is evil.
Well, you're definitely a hero to a lot of people now, so at least it's like, you spent all that time doing it, but it wasn't necessarily in vain when this young YouTuber came around. Crazy who it takes to get a story like this out.
Here at Future Leaders Early Learning Center, this building received over $3 million. Hello, how are you? I would like to see if I could bring little Joey, my son little Joey here. Is there paperwork or can I check out the daycare? No? Why can't I check out the daycare?
It's not here.
Okay, but if can I get paperwork or anything to submit my son little Joey to come in here to daycare? We'd really like to put Joey in this daycare. We've heard great things.
Business card?
No, I would like your business card actually.
You talk to your manager.
Okay, can I speak with somebody? Where are the children at? Are there children here today?
No.
No children.
Yes.
Why are there no children?
Two of Mexico.
Would my son little Joey have friends to play with here?
No.
No.
Yes.
No friends for little Joey.
No chance.
Ah, dang it. Well, have a great rest of your day.
Dang it.
So, little Joey would not be accepted to that daycare.
Joey's still homeless.
Joey's still looking for daycare. And because little Joey couldn't get into a daycare, we went to an autism center, as they have been popping up everywhere as a rise of
God.
autism has occurred here in Minnesota.
Oh man. Now they're ripping into the they're frauding special needs.
Because of the government funds that they're receiving, I tried to check my son Joey into an autism center. We've been going to a lot of these daycare centers. We're trying to find a spot for our little boy Joey, but we thought maybe we could check him into the autism center. Because none of the daycare centers are open. Yeah, and how many kids do you guys have at this autism center?
I can't give you a number now.
Like more than 5?
Probably. Yeah.
Probably.
Probably, dude. That's hilarious. You guys got to come up with a plan for when somebody knocks at the door that you have a story together. Probably more than 5. I mean, fuck. That's a handful. You can count it on your hand. And you're saying probably. That should be simple. Yes or no?
So you don't really know?
Yeah.
What do you do here?
What do you guys think about like the fraud that's been labeled on the autism centers here? What do you guys do think about the fraud, or how come the autism centers are popping up?
I can't answer.
What news? Are you a news reporter?
My name's Nick. We're doing a little documentary trying to find little Joey a spot to put himself in one of these centers here, because there's
So why are you asking us about
the fraud.
and stuff like that?
Yeah, because we want to make sure we're going to legit business.
What is that door, dude? That's crazy. They made their own little fucking like saloon door. They just chopped a regular door. All right, just DIY. Let's go.
If we're going to bring our little boy Joey here.
This is not a Joey spot.
This is not a Joey spot.
Yeah. But that's our number on you can call. But this is we can't let you guys in. So.
Okay, thank you. So once again, little Joey, he can't even go to daycare, and now they won't even accept him if he has autism.
What does that even mean? This is not a Joey spot. Nah.
And again, no kids. Couldn't tell you how many kids they serve.
After being able to provide no evidence of them actually being an autism center and a place where a child could go, they shut the door and we headed to the next fraudulent daycare center that was just around the corner.
We're on to the next location. We're still trying to find little Joey a place to go to get some daycare.
So where we're going now is a place called Super Kids Daycare Center. Interestingly, this daycare center was shut down when it was called Creative Minds Daycare, and it had received $2.45 million this fiscal year, 2025. They had to shut down because there were so many violations, and they went...
Sorry, I'm distracted by the sign in the background. Tacos El Kevin. Hell yeah, Kevin makes some sick tacos.
And they just reopened under a new license, and they renamed the center Super Kids Daycare Center, LLC.
So they got shut down, then started another one.
Literally the next day.
And that's how easy it is. You get shut down one, you just pop up another. By the time they catch on to the scam, you've already raked in enough money. They shut it down, you just pop up another one. It's literally whack-a-mole with these things.
Minds Daycare, $2.45 million got sent to this daycare center. We have empty parking lot. We do have a bus here.
It's kind of funny though. Creative Minds. Not a single fucking mind. Not a single person.
This is different. We'll see if we see anybody.
I knocked on the door, absolutely nobody was inside, and once again, no children could be heard anywhere.
So David, once again, another child daycare center.
Yeah, a little suspicious, right? Not a single child daycare center is open. Whatever afternoon this was, not one of them. It's a coincidence. They're in between hours, I guess.
We have a bus out here. No one's inside. Licensed for over 50 kids. No children anywhere. But yet, millions of dollars every single year.
So the sign says Creative Minds Daycare. They got in so much trouble. They had so many violations that they had to shut down, and they reopened the next day under Super Kids Daycare Center. You see 3801 Portland.
It's still the same sign. Again, it's like they don't even try, dude. They didn't even change the sign. They just changed the name. Nobody came and checked it out.
3801 Portland, which is where we are.
So that's fraud right there alone.
Millions and millions of dollars, and again, the kids are missing. Where are the kids?
You'd think if they had the same address, that whoever's inside or working at the Capitol here inside of Minnesota would just say, oh, maybe that's a red flag.
They just write the check. Human Services, they got to
They're
clean
not
up the
even
whole
paying
bunch.
attention.
They're the ones who enabled this fraud. How can you not look and say, wait a minute, these two are registered at the same address?
On top of all of the childcare centers, that's just only a small piece of the fraud. What other fraud are they committing here in Minnesota?
So another major piece of the fraud is the home health care industry. Where we're going now is a building that has 14 Somali-owned home health care companies in the same building.
14 of the same healthcare companies in one building.
On paper, how can that even be a thing? Like, you know, you're at the office, you know, writing these checks for these companies, and then you never even think like, wow, it's crazy that there's 14 companies in this one fucking place. I can't believe the amount of negligence that's happening. Nobody's looking into anything. They're just literally just mindlessly writing checks and sending them out like the fucking money doesn't even, like it's not even real.
14 home health care companies with different names in the same building.
How bad has Tim Walz managed the budget here inside of Minnesota?
So
I would say a little kind of poorly.
last biennium, we had an $18 billion surplus. This biennium, we have a $6 billion deficit. That's a $24 billion swing in one biennium. How in the world can you burn through $24 billion in 2 years? This is how, right here.
And again, then somebody above him doesn't even see that? Who's above him? How does it work? No one's paying attention. That's a massive swing, dude.
This is a huge part of it.
And so would you say a lot of that is fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota?
Absolutely. I would say better than 90% of it is absolute outright fraud.
And a large percentage of this fraud is from these healthcare.
Absolute outright fraud.
And a large percentage of this fraud is from the.
Damn, look at that guy's face. Not to be an asshole, but that looks like a mask. Huh?
Healthcare companies that are charging the state millions of dollars while they actually aren't providing anything. In fact, the FBI just did a raid a few days ago on a building similar to the one we are about to enter. Inside of this building, there were 14 of nearly the exact same businesses offering the exact same services.
Right here, you have a list of all of the healthcare companies. Loads of them right here. We want healthcare.
No, it's okay.
Yes, we'd like to speak about getting healthcare here.
No.
Why can't I get healthcare here?
No, wait.
Warning, you are under video surveillance. No trespassing, security armed.
How many times can you write no trespassing on one sign? That's outlandish. Really noticing a theme with all these different buildings, whether it's the healthcare or the daycare or the autism centers. A lot of really helpful people willing to talk and take in the needy. They don't, oh man, it's crazy. They won't even fucking speak to you. They're so quick to run away. Or just be super combative like that one place.
This is the strangest place I've ever been to get healthcare. Just a bunch of different places. Healthcare here, healthcare right here. Another healthcare company right here. There are 3 healthcare companies inside of this building right here in this room of 7C. Now we have another Helping Hands, Home Care LLC, another healthcare company, Present Help right here.
Man, this is so crazy. It's just like a warehouse for fraud. It's like they literally just found a warehouse, put however many fucking 14 different rooms in it. Some of them multiple companies within one room. This is mind-blowing, dude. This is actually mind-blowing. It's just a fraud mill. They're just pumping it out.
We're looking for the best rates of healthcare here inside this building because we have so many options. Who can we talk about getting the best healthcare?
I don't know.
Like, what the fuck are they doing? Just literally have some paperwork ready and make him sit through the paperwork. Make it annoying for him. Like, you know, if you want to create the fraud here, give him a clipboard full of a whole bunch of shit that's just like a nightmare to fill out, and he'll get off your back. And if she doesn't know who to talk to, what the fuck, dude?
We will not get any healthcare here. David, this is one of the stranger places I've ever been. Literally, healthcare every door you go to, yet nobody will give you a rate. How much money do you think's been funneled through this building?
Every year, I would say 50 to 60 million at least.
And finally, we were accepted into one of the daycare centers and they actually took down information to give us a rate. However, when we left, we were then met with the police.
We received a complaint that gentleman matching your description were in this building harassing the individuals who stay here.
Oh, we're checking out the rates for healthcare.
It's harassment? To shop for healthcare rates? That is unbelievable that that fucking balls on the cops to even show up for this. Is this not a public building?
Because there's 14 healthcare companies inside this building, so.
Okay.
Well, that's not what he said. He said there's 14 companies here.
And he's trying to assume because they're Somali providers that everyone here is fraudulent.
Okay.
So we're
He's here with some kind of like propaganda.
no, we're just
You guys
checking.
know, this is a area that we're allowed to enforce trespassing ordinance. Is there any other reason that you guys are here?
Well, we were checking rates.
No, he's not.
We were checking rates. We asked for rates.
No, you're not.
Okay. I'm gonna have, if you guys are all good, we're gonna step outside and we can continue this conversation.
All right, let's leave. So, all right, we're getting escorted out right now. The police have arrived. We're checking out.
Somehow that's maybe the most upsetting part. How the fuck is it trespassing? You have 14 different companies offering services. You go to those places, you ask for their services, and then you get trespassed? What?
The rates, seeing what was happening inside this building. No one would really speak with us. We did go inside the one daycare center, and she actually did give us rates for childcare. Much respect to that lady. What's the problem, officer?
Well, so again, we've been getting reports from multiple individuals that you guys were harassing individuals who work here. At the end of the day, this is private property, and it's one that people are allowed to ask you to leave, and it's also one the Minneapolis Police Department is allowed to enforce trespassing ordinance at this address.
Yeah.
So
As we got escorted out of this building, the Somalis filmed us as we left, and we headed over to the...
What is with the filming back? I don't understand. Where are their videos? These guys got YouTube channels? I would love to check it out, dude. See the other angle. Addiction Counseling Center. I'm sure they're accepting people who need counseling. I'm sure. Look at these fucking guys.
next building that had 22 of the same home health care providers operating from inside of the building.
Right here you have multicultural home care. And right here it says it's open, but can't even get in.
Of course.
Another Reliance Recovery Center. Mercy and Grace Care, Inc. Right here you have Denden Eritrean Youth Development Association of Minnesota. Another child care center.
When you just rapid fire them off like this, it's just like, it's so ridiculous and silly. Also, coming up with the names, they really just sit around and they go, yo, come up with the dumbest fucking name you can think of for a business. It doesn't matter if it's real or not. We're not even going to try.
Beginning center. But what do you guys think about the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota?
Sorry. No comments. Can I please?
Right here you have Serenity Quality Care. All of these businesses
Serenity
are literally
now.
the same type of business, providing the same service in the same building. Another Convenience Home Healthcare Aid Inc. and Child Friendly Space. All these companies get money from the government. Why would you have the same company essentially inside of the same building, door to door? Right here, Queenly Home Healthcare. It just does not make sense. If you're trying to operate a business, you'd want to have less competition. But here, they have all of their competition right next door.
It's just a hallway of your competition. It's a great point. It's ridiculous.
Wondering, because we hear there's lots of fraud taking place here in Minnesota, and we're wondering, why is there so many of the same companies inside of this same building?
No, I don't know that.
What do you think about the fraud that's taking place here in Minnesota?
I don't have any idea about that fraud, okay?
Mhm.
That's it.
What do you think about the news articles and what's being spread on the news about the fraud?
Right now, you are doing something wrong.
I'm just asking you
No, you
about
don't
the
have
fraud.
to ask me, okay? Don't
Oh.
ask me that question again.
Okay.
Okay?
Who can I speak to?
Yeah?
Who can I speak to? Okay. As soon as you confront them about the fraud, they get angry.
It's crazy because, like, realistically, the question he's asking is, what do you think of the allegations of the fraud? It's a totally an open chance for you to be like, you know, here's why I think it's incorrect. Here's whatever. You got a platform, dude. Get on your soapbox, say something. And yet they're taking it automatically as an insult, which is sort of deflecting, projecting, other actings.
When these people have these home healthcare companies, you're seeing them everywhere inside this building. What kind of fraud are they committing?
So there's false documentation being submitted to the state of Minnesota for services never provided. Forms signed in advance for services that were then never rendered. As far as a year or 2 years in advance, they'll have someone sign these forms at one sitting, and then they just file those with the state of Minnesota, and nobody from the state of Minnesota bothers to check that those services were ever provided.
So
it's crazy. Nobody's checking in. And if they just walked down these weird hallways, they would immediately be like, oh, this is clearly a warehouse, a fraud factory.
Essentially just using people, saying that they had these services provided months or even years ago, then filing the paperwork and then receiving money from the government.
Right, and the Somali community is a very closed community, so everybody's in on it. and they don't want to talk, as you can see.
And for this building, I'm going to give an estimate of around $30 million for how much fraud is taking place. That is a very low estimate. However,
it's an
still
expensive
a
building.
lot of money in fraud.
And do you think there is fraud taking place here?
I don't know. Yeah.
Do you have any idea what any of these businesses are doing?
I never ask.
And now with upwards of 100...
Well, what are you doing? Like, are you just there to hang out? Are you just friends? You go, this is like a place to hang out? Who the hell was that guy?
$100 million in fraud will be headed to one more daycare, and this one gets a little spicy as we get chased out at the very end. And after this, we'll be heading to the state capitol to confront the incompetent government leaders who have enabled this fraud to happen.
And I knew this video was going to be super dangerous to film because of obviously how hostile it is, and as we are exposing legit fraud happening. I did get security for this video, and I was able to do it through the Blackline Guardian. And if you guys want to help fund my security in the future, you can go down to the link down below. They're not paying me to say any of this. They came and decided to help me out for this video. So you can go to Blackline Guardian, the link's down below, and click Guardian for Nick, and those funds will directly go to my security and future videos as we are exposing lots of things happening, and especially with this fraud. Like I said, they're not sponsoring this video. I'm just giving them a shout out because of how they helped me. So go down to the link down below, click Guardian for Nick, and let's keep going. And now we're going to the next location. Now, this child daycare center, this one's different than all the other ones we've been to. Tell us about this one.
This one is different because, according to the state of Minnesota, this 312 West Lake Street houses not one, not two, but 3 child care centers and is licensed to hold 102 children, and in fiscal year 2025 was paid $2.66 million by the state of Minnesota.
And this is the building right here. So this
tiny little
made $2.6 million. Let's see if anybody's inside.
Dude, that is a scary door.
Now we're inside of the building where there's apparently 4 child care centers.
We met this lady and we followed her to the back of the building.
I wish I could read what these signs actually said.
Where the daycare was supposedly at.
So right here we have 2 child daycare centers. We have the Minnesota Child Care Center, and then we also have Nuna. Between the two, $2.66 million. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Why are you recording?
Yes. We would like to know.
Well, it says we're trying to figure out 102 children. Is that for this facility?
What is the name? Why is it?
It's from the state of Minnesota website. It says you have
Covering their faces, dude. Is that a religious thing, or is it just because they're being exposed on camera? Hard to say.
102 children here in your child care?
Which child care name is a lot of
Minnesota Child Care right here. It's from the state of Minnesota's website. We're just wondering where the children are.
Where the children are?
Yeah, where are the children? It says you have 102 children here, and you got $2.66 million this year in funding, and $2.5 million last year. We're just wondering where the kids are.
And who are you?
My name's Nick Shirley.
Nick Shirley.
And where are you? Which department? That is harassment.
Oh, we are from ourselves.
Yeah.
Hello, we'd like to ask where the money's going. Look at that. Shut us down. Where are the children at? No children inside of this daycare center. And look.
Damn, he should have got his fingers in that door. Scan the scammer. Boom, your finger's broken. The government would give you so much money, dude.
Look at this daycare center right here. No children inside of this daycare center. But between those buildings, over $2.6 million. We were just curious, where are the children at? Do you know where the children are at? Where are the children at in these daycare centers?
Good disguise. You're really doing, that's effective what you're doing right there. Oh, now I can't tell who she is.
I don't care.
How can these child care centers have no children?
I don't know. No.
There's $2.6 million inside these businesses that were given by the government, but there's no children to be seen anywhere. People deserve to know where their taxes are going. If these companies and these daycare...
Chase your dreams, it says. They chased them. They found them. They're living it.
Centers are making upwards of $2.6 million, and there's no children to be seen anywhere. Something fraudulent is happening, and that is not make you racist, Islamophobic. This is just the truth of what's happening here in Minnesota. If there's a bunch of white people doing the same thing, we'd be talking about the same issue. This is just fraud unprecedented levels here inside Minnesota. It's actually very concerning. Where are the children at inside of these buildings? They're nowhere to be seen. Millions of dollars are being sent into these daycare centers all across Minnesota, and there's not a child to be seen anywhere. Here's another daycare center inside this same building.
We don't want you to be videotaping anything.
Where is all the money going for if there's no children at these daycare centers?
Sir,
Yes.
I told you, please leave.
Yes, we have a question though. Where is...
Meanwhile, she's filming. All right. Fair. Totally fair.
the children at these daycare centers if there's millions of dollars?
Ask the local government, yeah.
Oh, we've asked. We have the paper here. So we're wondering where the money and where the children are at. We have the paper right here. Come here.
Who are you, first of all?
My name's Nick Shirley.
You don't have any permission to record me, period.
Can we talk outside?
You don't have permission to record.
She doesn't either have. She doesn't have permission to record me.
No, you cannot stop people.
Meanwhile, she's just recording. She doesn't have permission either. Hilarious.
On the street and question them.
We can ask.
You don't have any permission.
First of all, on the street, yeah, you can. It's completely legal. This building, I don't know. Is this privately owned? It's possible that he actually could get in trouble for filming, but the sentence you said is not factual.
Are the children?
I will sue you. You don't have any permission. We have nothing to do with this. You
Okay.
understand?
Then are there
So leave.
If you have nothing to do with it, why are you so fired up, dude? You're so fucking pissed off about something. What are you mad about? Why would you possibly be this mad if you're like, I don't know, I have nothing to do with this. I don't know what's going on.
Please leave.
Are there children here?
Please leave.
Where are the children? $2.6 million for a daycare center.
You ask whoever you think is doing that. You don't know what you're talking about. So leave. Leave.
Tell us what's happening here then.
I said leave.
We're wondering what's
We
happening.
are not a child care. We are nothing to do with it. We're common people walking. And
Yes.
you are.
We're not accusing you. We're asking where the children are at.
Don't ask me anything.
We're not
I'm not
accusing
gonna
you.
answer.
We're asking the daycare centers.
I am not going to answer. And you have.
Where are the children at?
Leave. Leave.
We just.
People literally hold phones like they're holding weapons. What is this doing? Why are you filming back? Also, you just said you don't have permission to film, and then you take your phone. Like, what is
I
happening?
want to know where are the children?
Who you work for?
My name's Nick Shirley.
Who do you work for?
I work for myself. Nick Shirley.
Okay, what are you recording?
We're wondering where are the children? $2.66 million for
You're not talking to
the
the
Minnesota
right person.
Child Care Center.
You're not talking to the right person.
Are there children that come here? Answer
You're
the
not
question.
talking
Are
to
there
the right
children?
person. Leave.
There's no children inside this
You
building.
don't know who you're talking to. Leave.
That's just a simple question. Where are the children at? David,
It's such a simple question, and it's a totally fair one at that. But apparently it's a really tough question to answer, dude. It's a toughie.
An answer. We asked him, plain and simple, where are the children? Do children come here?
This is why I've had my life. I've been attacked twice. Once with a knife, and the other time I was jumped last Saturday by 3 Somali men simply for asking questions about what was going on. And they're very, very violent people. They do not like this fraud to be exposed.
After giving this man plenty of opportunities to answer the simple question, where are the children, he called the cops on us and we headed to the state capitol where they're having a meeting about the fraud.
Look at that beautiful Somalian flag flying. Oh, there's a Minnesota flag? Oh.
Confront the state representatives and people in the government who have enabled and let this fraud happen. Inside of this committee, a Republican representative showed charts showing exactly how this fraud has been committed and who is profiting and connecting all the dots. And while the Democrat representatives looked into the abyss,
The fuck was that person?
profiting and connecting all the dots. And while the Democrat representative
That looks like a Tim Heidecker character. Jesus Christ, dude. The flow, the glasses, the turtleneck. That's what I call a silly goose. A silly looking human.
representatives looked into the abyss, one of them spoke about how none of this is building trust and how this is a nonpartisan issue, so I went and confronted her after that.
Oh, she's wearing a turtleneck too. That's the uniform. business coat over turtleneck and glasses. Glasses are trustworthy.
He has some very valid questions to ask about what's going on here in Minnesota. And do you think this fraud
I don't know who
crosses?
you are.
My name's Nick Shirley.
Okay.
Do you think this fraud is Republican or Democrat, or just facts that fraud is happening?
I think the fact that
Because
you're talking about it as a partisan issue.
well, because that's what I heard you
shows
talking
you-
about. That
I know what I said is that
because
what we're talking
we want
about
to we build trust, but fraud is fraud. So why should we be enabling fraud to happen here?
No, I don't think anybody is enabling fraud to
When are you
happen.
going to hold Governor Walz accountable for this?
Okay, sir.
No. This
Sir,
is not.
sir.
When are you going to hold Governor Walz? No. She is a representative for the state of Minnesota. Yes or no?
Excuse me.
Yes. Are you?
If you're gonna talk to me like
Are you going
that,
to say to her, "I'm a disability advocate.
I heard you, and
get
you got a chance
overstimulated."
to testify.
Thank you for testifying today.
No.
Ma'am, the facts.
Oh my god, dude, you just got hit with the fucking like therapist speech. Thank you so much for testifying. I hate it when people are trying to fucking kill you with kindness. Jedi mind tricks, therapists speak.
Are the facts that fraud is happening here, and it's not a nonpartisan issue.
She's running away.
How come you think fraud has been able to happen so much underneath?
I think
the
if you've
government
been
here?
listening to our hearings, we've had now 10 hearings on this. And so there's really good data from the people who both work within the administration as well as who, both Democrat and Republicans. I
Yes.
think what you heard today is that the Republicans who control this committee are not actually interested in solving fraud. What they're interested in is telling a story.
This fraud has happened underneath Democrat leader Tim Walz.
There has been Medicaid fraud across the country under Democrats and Republicans. There's fraud within the Trump administration. We have is fraud.
I do feel like we're kind of focusing in the wrong area of like, is it Democrat, is it Republican? You're all shysters, right? Nobody is void of fraud. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. So like, I feel like we're getting distracted a little bit. If you really think that your political party is going to be the answer, dude, you are sadly mistaken. I love your hope, and I love that you think that. It's, it's very optimistic, and I would love to get on board with that, but it's hard for me to believe that one party is exempt of fraud.
Private providers have made government a mark. And so every person running government, Democrats or Republicans, are dealing with the issue of how to keep fraudsters out of our public payment. We're also dealing with veterans. We're dealing with consumers. I hope you're looking at that. If you look at United Health, currently is being charged with defrauding Medicare. You know who runs Medicare? President Trump. Medicaid fraud is a 50-state issue. And so, again, it is not a partisan issue. There are Democrats and Republicans who are sitting in that committee talking about it. But what you did here was the Republican chair say she's not turning information over to the one person in government who can stop payment. And I hope you print that.
Thank you for coming today.
Okay.
You just have your weird little fucking sidekick walk around. Thank you so much for coming and speaking your mind and being a voice. We hear you. Shut up.
Well, you saw what happened
the
there?
state of Minnesota that we live in, and these politicians are just walking off thinking it's okay Tuesday, and they want to go visit the Trump, they want to blame the Trump administration. We have Democrats blaming ICE. I'm tired. My people are suffering. I'm scared for my little brother.
Oh boy. Uh-oh.
My people are suffering, and these people just walk off. We have a governor who fucking doesn't care. How many more people are gonna freaking die? How many more people are gonna go homeless? And how many more people are gonna be trafficked in our freaking system?
In one day, we uncovered an estimated $111 million worth of fraud. Just a YouTuber, just a dude, really? Huh? Or, as that one clearly indoctrinated, brainwashed lady said, ICE, don't open up! It's ICE! It's time to hold corrupt politicians and fraudsters accountable. We all work too hard to pay this much. We all work too hard and pay too much in taxes for billions to be wasted. Facts. Okay, so here's the deal. This is in the States, right? This is in Minnesota. I can't even imagine what would happen if you peel back the curtain, right? Just one small layer of what's going on in California, and beyond that, where I live currently in Canada. Not even provincially, specifically my province, all of Canada, right? I mean, realistically, fraud is nothing new. Corruption is nothing new. And it's just something we live in and something we live with. And, you know, really interesting video. I mean, I'm curious to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments down below. Is this angle no good? Are you happy with the video that he put out? I don't know. Is there something missing here? Is there more to the story that we're not seeing? Why don't you guys go ahead and open up down in the comments down below.